Hey everyone, so today's video is on how you can combine the workouts that I've been putting up for you. And what we're doing is we're taking a little bit from each muscle group and combining them into one workout that you can do in about 30 minutes or less. Just depends on how quickly you can move through each workout, each exercise move. So for today, we're going to do arms, we're going to work on the booty, and we're going to do abs. We're going to do abs every single time. You can always do abs. Yes, you might be sore, and if that's okay if you're sore. As if you power through it, you'll find that towards the end of the workout or towards halfway through the workout, you'll be able to do the exercise. And it might hurt a little bit, but when you're exercising those muscles while they're still trying to recover, it takes them even that much longer to recover because you're working those muscles again. And this way, you're actually burning more calories this way in your resting state because your muscles are working extra hard to repair themselves. So first of all, we're going to start off with some arms, and we're going to do dips and then move into incline push-ups. We're going to grab a chair for these exercises. Whoops, let me turn this one around for the dips. And if you're just starting to do your, if you're not as used to your workouts and you haven't really been keeping them up at least 3 times a week, you might want to start off by doing 10 dips, 10, not 5, 10. And then if you're really strong and your muscles are really strong, then you can probably do about 15 or 20 per set. So our first 10 dips, we're going to start off sitting on the edge of our seat, hands on either side of the seat cushion. And then we're going to bring ourselves forward slightly off the chair and then come down. Lower ourselves down with control. Because if we just drop ourselves down, we're going to end up hurting our arms and our shoulders. And I'm going to go ahead and do 10 of these with you. 2, 3, and you should be coming down far enough so that your elbows are bending at a 90 degree angle. 3 more, 8, 9, 10. And okay, so in between your sets, so that was one set, we did 10 of those. In between your sets, you want to be sure to take a little mini break, about 20 to 25 seconds. I don't recommend any more than that, because you don't want to bring your heart rate down too low. As I've said before, when you bring down your heart rate too low, it puts stress on the heart when you try to build the heart rate back up. Please go play. Okay.
I need some popcorn.
I told you to stop. Go. Okay, so, sorry, kids. What are you going to do? So you want to take about 15 to 25 second rest in between your sets, and then move into your next set. And let me see, I was going to say one more thing, but I think I can't remember right now because I was interrupted. But let's go ahead and move into the incline push-up. Now you're still working the same muscle groups. So this is also a tricep workout. So we want to position ourselves so that our body is at an angle and we're leaning slightly forward. Our hands should be close in together, not too close. We don't want them exactly touching, but you do want them in closer than your shoulder width. And we're going to start off by bringing our elbows in and pushing ourselves back up. You want to make sure and have control when you're going down and out. You don't want to let yourself just fall forward because you might not do the exercise properly, or you could also risk injury. So let me go ahead and do 10 of those with you. 3, 4, 5, and if that's a little too easy for you, bring your feet back a little further so that your feet are further positioned from the chair and your body is at more of an angle. A more acute angle. So instead of being more 90 degrees or slightly less than 90 degrees, you're going to be really small, probably about almost a 45-degree angle. And you're going to come down and up for 5 more. 3 more now. 2 and 1. And if you're wondering what makes that harder, is that when you position your body this way so that your feet are further from the chair, you're having to use more body weight to push yourself up and bring yourself down. So that's why that makes it harder. The next we're going to do is our overhead extensions. We're done with the chair for now, so we're going to do our overhead extensions next. And you can grab either 1 or 2 weights. It doesn't really matter. It just depends on how much weight you want to handle or you think you can handle. I'm going to get down on the ground for this so that you can see what I'm doing. And what we're going to do is, if you have 2 weights, bring them together, and we're going to raise them over our heads and then dip them backwards behind our heads so that our arms are bending as well behind our heads. 6, 8, 9, and 10. Now I know I've stressed before, make sure you are breathing during each exercise. And if you're unsure on when you should be breathing or taking a breath, like say we're doing these, we want to start up. We're coming in and out when we push up. In when we go down, out when we push up. And you want to breathe out when you're using the muscle the most. So if we're going down, we're not really using a whole lot of muscle. It's more negative muscle because we're using control to bring it down behind our head. But when we're pushing up, it requires more effort. And breathing out kind of helps you give that extra burst of energy. And it also helps engage your core, which is helping you also move through that workout. So those are your overhead extensions. And if you feel like you have to, and using 2 weights is a little too much or is a little too difficult, put a weight down and just use 1. When you're using just 1 weight, you want to position your hands towards the front of the weight and then do your workouts this way. If you position your hands towards the back of the weight, you're going to feel a little off in the balance. So you want to keep your hands positioned towards the front of the weight. And I do recommend that you, instead of lowering your reps, just use less weight because you want to keep your reps consistent throughout each set. Next, we're going to move into our curls. We can stand up for this one. And all you're doing is bringing your weights in front of you, in front of your thighs, and you're curling up on each arm. You can do individual arms. If that's too easy, then go 2 at a time. 4, 5, 6, and I want to show you we're bringing our weights all the way down and all the way up. We're not bringing them down halfway. Halfway is a different move, and you're working on a different part of the muscle. If you're going to start halfway, okay, go ahead and go. If you're going to start halfway, you want to do each exercise halfway. But that is a little more difficult to do than just coming all the way down and all the way back up. Because when you do that, you use your entire bicep to perform that exercise. When you come halfway and come up halfway, it makes it harder because you're isolating a specific muscle in your bicep. The next thing we're going to do is our side W's. I haven't showed you these before, so today I'm going to show you these. And what you'll do is you'll take your weights at your side. We're going to bring them up halfway and pull them out to the side in the shape of a W. Keep your elbows in towards towards your sides. We don't want them out here like this. It's not really the right way to do that workout. And what we're doing here is not only are we working our biceps, but our shoulders as well. 3 more, 2, and 3. So we can put our weights down now and kick those aside. And next we're going to move to the ground and work on some booty exercises. First, I want you to start off on all fours. So all fours down here. And we're going to go ahead and do some donkey kicks. Donkey kicks are the ones where we're bringing our legs up at a 90-degree angle and kicking back. And then coming back in with a squeeze. If that's a little too hard for you, just bring your knee back down and don't worry about the squeeze. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then immediately switch to the other leg. Excuse me. Go play. Go play. Immediately you want to switch to the other leg. Since you're working opposite legs, you don't need to take the time to rest in between legs. And you can just move into the next set for that leg. 8, 9, and 10. Now, when you do each leg like that, that is actually one set. So that's also the reason why you don't want to take a rest in between legs, is because you want to make sure you're working each leg evenly. You can take a few seconds to rest in between your sets, but remember to do one leg right after the other. So if you start with your right leg, put that leg down and move on to the left leg. Rest for a few seconds in between your sets and then get back down and start again. The next we're going to do is we're going to lay on our sides, legs straight out. Our elbow should be right under our shoulder, and we're going to do some simple leg raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And each time you come up on those leg raises, you should be squeezing right here in your hip, and then your outer glutes as well. And then when you transition from side to side, you want to do one whole side first, and then go to the other side. That way you're not having to flip back and forth and back and forth. So once you've finished with that side, and you've done all your sets on that leg, switch to your other leg, and you're just going to repeat the same exercise on the opposite leg. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. So the last booty exercise I want to include in today's workout are your fire hydrant kicks. Fire hydrant kicks are the ones where it looks like a doggy peeing on a fire hydrant. That's why that name is given to them. So we're going to go back to all fours and bring our legs up to the side and back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And when you're doing your fire hydrant kicks, you want to make sure your chest and your torso stay facing the ground. You don't want them to come out both to the side, because you really want to get in that squeeze on the outer glute. So you want to make sure and keep your chest and your torso facing the ground.
I need to go find my scooper, okay?
Okay. Be careful, because the ground is still wet outside. And then we'll switch around once you're done on that side. And you will want to take a rest in between those, just like we did with the leg raises on our sides, until you finish all on one side and then move to the other side. So let's work on the other side now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And don't worry too much if you can't bring your leg all the way up into a 90-degree angle. Some of us are more tight in our hips than others. It just depends. Now my hips are a little tight today because I've been doing a lot of sitting and working on the computer today. So if you do have that problem with your hips being tight, you do want to be sure and stretch out beforehand before you are doing your workout. A good hip exercise, a good hip stretch would be when you have your legs out wide and you're reaching forward. It does stretch here, but it also helps to stretch your hips as well. And you can always lie on your back, have one leg flat on the ground, and pull your knee in towards your chest. That also helps to loosen those hip joints. When you're doing your stretches, you want to count at least 20 seconds to get in a decent stretch. If you have more time, of course you want to hold it, for about 30 to 40 seconds. Just so you can get in a really good stretch. And it really helps. The longer you hold it, the more of a stretch you'll be able to get and the less difficult your workouts will be to perform. Okay, so those were our fire hydrants. Next we're going to go into abs, and we're going to do a few abs. We're going to start off with some crunches. So we're going to lay flat on our backs. You can have your legs down, your feet down on the ground and bent, and just pull your nose up towards the ceiling. 4, 5, 6. Make sure you're squeezing here when you're pulling up. 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now, if that's easy for you and you're used to doing crunches all the time, cross your ankles and bring your knees up for that crunch. Makes it just a little more difficult because you're also engaging more of the ab muscles. 8, 9, and 10. Now, what about crunches? Usually it's a little harder to breathe when you're doing crunches. Yeah, that's perfectly understandable. So, when you're doing your crunches and it's getting a little harder for you, do not hold your breath. I stress, do not hold your breath. Oxygen is essential when you're breaking down the muscles. So, when you're doing crunches, when you come down, you want to take a breath in, and when you come up, you're taking it out. In and out as you're coming out. And like I said before, you always want to breathe out when you're engaging the muscle. So when you're doing your crunches, you engage the muscle when you're coming up. So you want to breathe out when you're coming up to engage the muscle. Next, we're going to do some dolphin kicks. Those are lying flat on your back. Your legs are straight out in front of you. You're going to bring your legs up into a 90-degree angle, and we're going to kind of make a circle with our legs and our feet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, those are a little more difficult because those are working our lower abs, and we tend to use those the least of all. So there's no specific pace you need to go for those. You go as fast or as slow as you need to. Just remember to keep your reps consistent throughout each set. After you're done with your dolphin kicks and you've done all 3 sets, move into some V-ups. Now V-ups are when we bring our legs straight up in the air, hands in the air, and we're reaching towards our toes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. V-ups. Good workout. The last thing we're going to do is windshield wipers. Windshield wipers, so we have a little more support. You can place your hands slightly under your hips, bring your legs straight in the air, And actually, don't put your hands under your hips because then your hips are going to squish your hands. And we're just bringing our legs side to side. When you come back up, your legs should still be in that 90-degree angle with your body. And you want to do 5 to each side to make this set a count of 10. Now V-ups, when you breathe for your V-ups, you want to breathe in with your legs straight up, and when you come down, breathe out. Three more.
I made it plain.
And one more on the right side, and we're done. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video today on how to combine the workouts that I've recently showed you. And I hope you get a good workout in doing this. I'm, just doing just a few minutes all of myself. I'm already starting to sweat. So I will see you all again really soon, and have a great evening. Go this way, sorry.